Ride it, guitar and kicks in over a bounce. 808 beat.
Yeah, another beautiful Monday. See what them city boys are up to. Ha. Got my boots up on the railing, sun is getting high. Got a notification flicker in the corner of my eye. Some penny stock is flying on some make-believe news, talking about a merger, trying to light a fuse. Folks are losing their minds, going all in all fast, building up a castle that was never meant to last. I take a little sip of my sweet iced tea, tap a couple buttons, simple as can be. Let them have their fun, let them have their climb, cause I know what's coming at the end of the line. That's the front porch payout, easy as can be. While they're sweating bullets, it's a payday for me. Tip my hat to the moon, then I bet on the fall. Lean back in my chair and just wait for the margin call.
Just wait for the margin.
Hear the chatter online, man, it's nothing but noise. Diamond handing garbage like a bunch of schoolboys. Me, I'm just here watching clouds roll past, knowing that a party that wild ain't ever gonna last. And right on cue, that rocket starts to stall, and all them diamond hands begin to feel real small. I take another sip, ain't worried about a thing, just listen to the sound of my phone go cha-ching. Let them have their panic, let them have their fall, cause I knew what was coming all along, y'all. That's the front porch payout, easy as can be. While they sweating bullets, it's a payday for me. Tip my hat to the moon, then I bet on the fall. Lean back in my chair and just wait for the margin call. Ain't no magic formula, ain't no crystal ball, it's just knowing a brick wall. When you see a brick wall, they chase the sugar high. I just wait for the crash, cause slow and steady's how you make the real cash. That's the front porch payout, easy as can be. While they sweating bullets, it's a payday for me. Tip my hat to the moon, then I bet on the fall. Lean back in my chair and just wait for the margin call. Yep, there goes, right on schedule. Time to close it out. Another day, another front porch payout. Yeah, I remember that ticker about a week ago, lit up every screen. Man, what a show. Headlines were buzzing, volume through the roof. Everybody screaming out that bulletproof proof. They were chasing green candles, thought it'd never been, swearing this was it, that I would never end. But I've seen this movie, I read this page before, and I was just waiting for them to find the door. Now the crickets are chirping on the forums and threads. All the to the moon boys, they just went to bed. The news anchors moved on, found a shinier car, and now it's just a number, wondering where the buyers are. Support lines are cracking, but nobody hears the sound, cause they're all busy chasing the new talk of the town. They left this one behind like an old summer trend. But that's where my story, my friend, begins. Cause it's a sleepy fade, ain't no fireworks now, just a slow motion river rolling south. All the buyers are ghosts, the volume's drying up. Sipping on my coffee, filling up my cup. I ain't fighting the trend, I'm just riding the slide, letting that red position quietly ride. It's just a slow bleed, easy as a shade, making my day on this sleepy fade. It's not about the panic, it's not about the crash, it's not that sudden 100-yard dash. It's the slow unwind, the return to me, the prettiest red chart I've ever seen. Every little rally gets sold right back down, like the air's letting out of a carnival clown. No drama here, just a simple truth. The party's over and I'm checking out the proof. Yeah, it's a sleepy fade, ain't no fireworks now, just a slow motion river rolling south. All the buyers are ghosts, the volume's drying up. Sipping on my coffee, filling up my cup. three, they like to battle, the push and the pull. But I just wait till the room ain't full. I wait for the quiet, I wait for the still. When that rock is just a rock rolling back down the hill. Cause it's a sleepy fade, ain't no fireworks now, just a slow motion river rolling south. All the buyers are ghosts, the volume's drying up. Sipping on my coffee, filling up my cup. I ain't fighting the trend, I'm just sliding the slide, letting that red position quietly ride. Yeah, it's just a slow bleed, easy as a shade, making my day on this sleepy fade. This sleepy fade, just writing it down, volume's all gone, back to normal, just a sleepy fade.
Man, just this one, I can't even look at the scanner. I know I'm wrong, but I just gotta get it back. Just one more trade.
Yeah. 6 a.m. the screens got that pale blue light. Got a whole damn watch list, but it don't feel right. Cause my eyes are glued, man, I'm locked in tight to the one damn name that ruined my last night. Swore I was done, swore I'd walk away, but I saw that pre-market dip, thought this is the play. I went all in and it bled all day. Now I'm stuck here staring, turning cold and gray. This ain't a trade, it's a toxic romance. I hate this ticker, but I'll give it one more chance. Short in the sunlight, long in the night, doing everything backwards, stuck in this fight. I'm just spiraling, yeah, I'm spiraling. This one damn ticker got my head unraveling. Tryna fight a trend, but the trend is traveling. Up without me, down with me, yeah, I'm spiraling. My P&L is bleeding, my whole world is caving in. Missing all the runners that my skin is saving. But I'm stuck right here on this hell I'm paving, just spiraling, yeah, I'm spiraling. My other monitors flashing, they plus setups, calling that other tickers breaking out a straight up hauling. My phone is blowing up, my trading group is brawling. You seeing this move? Man, I'm busy falling back in love with the pain, I guess. Adding to a loser, man, I'm such a mess. This ain't risk management, it's just a game of chess, where I'm the only pawn, filled with stress. I see the right move, but my hands won't click. This ticker's like a drug, man, it's making me sick. I just wanna break even, need that one last trick, but the hole just gets deeper, brick by brick. I'm just spiraling, yeah, I'm spiraling. This one damn ticker got my head unraveling. Tryna fight the trend, but the trend is traveling. Up without me, down with me, yeah, I'm spiraling. My P&L is bleeding, my whole world is caving in. Missing all the runners that my scan is saving. But I'm stuck right here on this hell I'm paving, just spiraling, yeah, I'm spiraling. Is this addiction, or is it just pride? Can't admit I'm wrong, but nowhere left to hide. Got this tunnel vision, everything else died. It's just me and this chart, side by side. I hate this stock, but I can't let it go. It's a sick obsession, watching my account blow. This was never the plan, man, I used to know how to cut the loss, how to let it go. I'm just spiraling, yeah, I'm spiraling. This one damn ticker got my head unraveling. Tryna fight the trend, but the trend is traveling. Up without me, down with me, yeah, I'm spiraling. My P&L is bleeding, my whole world is caving in. Missing all the runners that my scan is saving. But I'm stuck right here on this hell I'm paving, just spiraling, yeah, I'm spiraling. Down, down, down. It's everything for what? For this one damn name. Same time tomorrow, I guess.
Good morning, traders. How are we doing this morning, guys? Yesterday, LFS, just unbelievable. That ticker getting squeezed and squeezed and squeezed from $1.58 on Friday to $19.20. Magic 20 into after hours yesterday. Now, this play, this one may may bring in some momentum on some of these low float plays today. So just we got to be extra cautious. Now, LFS was a 6 million in float ticker. Something I put in the Discord for you guys is we got to be aware of the tiny nano float tickers in their float rotation. So I remember looking at this yesterday and it had like 35 plus million shares traded on 6 million. And oftentimes that's an indicator that some traders will utilize for saying, okay, A, this is an avoid, or A, this is could be a long. Stepping in front of something that's literally just rotating hands. It's like that they only have 6 million in their float, and it's just here, you take the share. Okay, you hand it to somebody else, and then they hand it to somebody else. And it just becomes a mess. So LFS, we'll monitor today. Of course, it is hanging over. I did take a position on an eval at 15 overnight, and didn't alert it because it's just too high risk. 15, and I only took something like I told you guys I've been working on. I only took 25 shares and gave this all the way up to 20. I put the stop at 20. So that's what we're having to do in this market, like go super small size and give it tons of wiggle room. So that's what I did. I'm still sitting in that position from 15 on it, but there's a lot of decent plays I think can pan out real well this morning, and I'm excited to go over them with the man Fades himself. Fades, good morning. How are we doing?
Good morning, guys. How's it going? Yeah, hopefully we all survived yesterday's madness
Oh man.
and we're ready to get back on the saddle. Yeah, market shift with that LFS. Just squeeze, 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 trap, trap, trap. Just very tough to trade that with edge. I mean, it's like once it finally dumped after hours, you had to be right there and ready. It gave like 4 points. And then it had a nice fade, but then it's been choppy ever since. Even like backside per se, it's just like a random 4 point squeeze, a random 30% squeeze in a couple minutes. It's like the follow through is what we're seeing, like the lack of follow through on these shorts. And that's been really annoying because, I like to size these things and kind of look for bigger picture. And it's like, eventually they reclaim, like GLTO just teased us, like it started to fade nice yesterday and then just what the hell is that, like this price action, man, it's insane, very trappy, very tricky, so we just got to adapt and adjust to it.
Yeah, if it's just like we go over, if you're wrong, don't stay wrong. And this market is really putting that to the test. Like, if you're
Yes.
wrong, get the F out of the way because
Yeah, so like
you
stick
can
with what's
annihilate.
working, like what time of the day is working. You got to really focus on your bread and butters in a tougher market. That this is not the time to be trying new setups and trying new things and new strategies. It's like what has worked in you, what has worked in the past, like stick with that.
Hmm.
And yeah, so as far as this morning goes,
There are some good plays I'm looking at this morning that have potential, and I think there could be some good setups. And I'm just going to be a little bit more, like my bad run the last couple weeks was due to a number of things, but one of them was not taking profits when we're seeing all these reclaims. So yesterday on the
yeah.
pundit, I was like, I'm taking profits and ended up
It's like you got to
decent
snipe. Yeah, yeah. It's like you got to be happy
sniping.
with that daily goal instead of being ambitious, trying to get a big green day or get funded or whatever. Like that
Yeah.
method's just not working. It's been like a snipe kind of method lately. These reclaims, even like a CMCT, like in a normal market, like that's typically the kind of move where we would see like just a clean fade to short. But like now
Yeah.
with that rally and stuff, the Warriors are getting giddy again. They're ready. So that thing reclaimed. That thing trapped as well. Like what looked like a great death candle through all that support to low eights and then just a reclaim straight back up. So you really gotta, in this market, you really have to be more like smaller time frame aware, I feel like, and really be dialed in on like maybe even a seconds chart, definitely a 1 minute chart, and really like ready to, analyze this price action and whether it's going to confirm or go against you, because that's what we're seeing. Like bigger picture, like 5 minute charts, those kind of plays are, as far as the shorts, the reclaims, and we're just not seeing that follow through. So it seems like smaller time frame trading right now.
Yeah, they're stair stepping this CMCT, this up 100%, but it's like it's in that category that LFS was in that it's tiny float that's rotated a ton. I mean, I got 730,000 here, volume of 25 million.
Yeah, and that's why some big boy shorts like won't touch plays like that, and you see why, because it's like there's so many stocks in the market. If you do your homework every day, you can find a different play to short. Like you don't have to get in front of like or try to time the top. It's just like the FOMO and greed, right? Like the greed to make so much because you're like, oh, it's gone up so much, and then it's the
Mhm.
FOMO to catch the top, right? You're like, well, it's going to elevator without me. So like
Mhm.
those two, like just be aware that that's what's like keeping you in that king of the day trap. Like when we're stuck trading it or when we start taking losses, like that's what's going on there. You're like, well,
Yeah.
could be like the psychology part of it.
That is, I mean, that is exactly right. That's my new FOMO. It's not buying something high and hoping and selling higher. It's like trying to catch that top. I love the elevator down is so addictive. You know, once you start catching them, like God dang, it's so
Hmm.
addicting.
Yeah, it is. And like when the markets work in our favor, it works out great. But like and like conditions like this, when everything's just blowing off and reclaiming, like that's where your account just goes to die. So you got to be adaptive with the market, and figure out what's working. And yeah, right now it's been really tricky. It's like between GLTO and LFS, like you would have thought one of those would give up pre-market, but no, just hung around, just chopped around. So that's the market we're in, guys. Stronger market.
And I
Keep an
still
eye
can't
on the
go.
spy. Keep an eye on the spy as a short seller too is key because as we've talked about before, sometimes we'll tunnel in on these trades and we're like, "What's going on?" And the spy's going straight up. So like we got to have like a little bit of awareness in the main market too. That's
Mhm.
also important, obviously. So
Yeah, it's
so spy
yeah,
is like
I
like
still
stepping.
can't. You know, I know a lot of longs are learning the wrong lesson right now too. So that's something like how it ebbs and flows. Like you're not going to get they're getting rewarded in that so many of these plays. Like if you take a bad entry, it's going to come back and give you an exit.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, well, let's just hold and hope because it'll come back around eventually like it keeps doing or just add. So it's not something where I'm going to be like, okay, now I'm just going to start longing everything. It's I'm going to stick to the strategy and the setup and just make sure we're sticking to the rules, not giving one trade the whole max loss, and it's having our stops defined.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple
Yeah.
hangovers I wanted to go over. I actually just stabbed at these
Yeah.
just a little bit ago. Pub M hangover, hangover alert on Pub M against even the previous high a day on this
Okay.
setup, and then REAL, similar chart. These are all the same. REAL, like this one
Real.
for some
Yeah.
profit taking out of the
Okay.
gates. RD, a low price one, RDGT. It's a little spready right now, but that one went up from 2 to 4
Yeah, that's
yesterday.
a
So
pumper. That's a pump. No, wait. Oh, maybe not. It might be a different one. Okay. You
yeah,
got
that one's
those.
got some potential for some profit taking today as well. Uh,
What about
LFS,
MTC yesterday?
MT. Oh my
That
god, dude!
stuff, dude. What is that move? Like, oh my God,
Still
bro.
holding the 220s, by the way. But
Yeah, keep it in the corner. If it starts to crack, I'll chase a little bit, but I'm not getting in front of that thing until it confirms. Um, yeah, good on that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
LFS and GLTO and MTC, those are like the 5-day kings.
Hmm.
So, just keep an eye on all three of those for weakness. And then we have Move as the other one. That one's kind of grindy though too. It's like all these plays are kind of holding up right now. Um,
Which is
Cog
unusual, right?
Cog T is the other one that teased us yesterday. Like, yesterday was so frustrating. Like
Hmm.
big old fake out and then just stair stepping nature. Like what is that? Yeah, so been a real scalping market. Like just big play picture on shorts is it's just showing us that the sentiment is getting kind of more bullish. So we got to be a little more careful or adapt and see what we got here.
Yeah, so GLTO, I mean, I don't mind trying this against like the 25 level. It looks fairly good after. I mean, it did the squeeze yesterday and was trappy and manipulative, but
Hmm.
yeah, for it to it kind of did the move, right? So I mean, we'll
Right.
see.
Yeah.
We
It's
all
kind of yeah.
The chart looks good, but you always think that, right? It's like LFS. Okay, it did its. I mean, that's how I was trading it. Like yesterday, it spiked up and then and then I mean, like looking back, it sounds so ridiculous, but it spiked over the high a day and then dropped like over a point. So it went up to 350, went down to 250, and then I attempted a short against the high there. Like
Right. It's
obviously
like the
looking at this
fake
in retro,
liquidity sweeps. Right.
yeah.
It's like smaller picture sweeps. Like
Obviously, in hindsight, it looks awful, but in the moment, it's like, man, this is that was a liquidity sweep that ended up
that's like
reclaiming.
yeah, and that's where we have to set rules for ourselves. Like, how are we going to manage our risk on a play like that?
Hmm.
Like, you have to have parameters where I'm only going to try it this amount of times. I'm going to take this amount of risk. I'll revisit it after X amount of time if it sets up. Like, you got to figure something out because those are the type of trades that are just account eaters. If you're
Yeah,
undisciplined as a short, like they'll just eat your whole account up. Trade like that.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, um, thankfully, I was all right there somehow, but but yeah, LFS was dangerous. I mean, this definitely blew people up, guys. 100% blew people up.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, the Bulls took over yesterday. I mean, they ran straight over. Yeah, Bears got
Some of
annihilated.
it,
But
this
we're in
was
recovery mode today, dude. As shorts, like we're all recovering. Like it's gonna be shaky. Like we just went over. All these charts are bullish. Spies bullish. Like it's tough right now for shorts. So we just gotta know that. Be aware of it.
So
But
the zombie hour moves are interesting. They walk these things down and they get shorts all comfy in them, and then like the volume gets like the after hour the zombie hour moves can sometimes be insane. Like for the longs, they can be
mhm.
really profitable on the long
Yeah,
side
it's like
because you
that
just got so many
power
shorts. Yeah,
hour or
yeah,
whatever they call it,
yeah.
that power hour. Yeah. Or
Hmm.
like 4 o'clock sets fresh momentum for some longs, like because it's a fresh scanner list. So
Hmm.
a lot of things are will pump and dump. Like I love 4 o'clock trading for shorting. Like that might be my favorite little pocket. But it's like the longs that stay strong, like they can pump hard at that 4 o'clock session too. And power hours end to 4. So like 3 to 4 get these wonky pumps.
I'm gonna take GLTO right here, guys, against up and over like 24, which is previous close. I like this one. I think against this
Yeah,
25.
like a smarter or a starter feeler there, definitely.
Yeah, at
Um,
22, I'm gonna go ahead and
'cause
throw
it's,
something on it.
yeah, I mean, it did blow off the 33 and then it wicked all the way down. We had a sloppy pop to that key level. It rejected it, trickle lower again, and just kind of sleepy here. So, I mean, that's like, but at the same time, you zoom out, it's holding a nice consolidation pattern trending up from that initial squeeze pop. So it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's this one's got. I mean, it's got some decent risk over that 25. That's what I'm
LFS
thinking.
and
Yeah,
GLTO both feel like it's like start with like just have a baby feeler and see where it goes. Like, you know, especially right now if you're not involved or you want to get involved, like they both have a lot of meat, but who knows what, it's like
it's
what are the
hard for
odds of
me to get in on LFS on the funded because on the eval I'm in it at 15. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting
that?
him 5 points lower.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, you
but
had a good entry. You were sniping it after hours there, after it confirmed at like that 19 week.
well, I didn't. My thing was I tried to put into practice what I said. I just went in 25 shares and I was like, I'm giving this 5 points of wiggle room. I'm
Mhm.
giving it. So I gave it over 20, which it nearly hit. I had to stop there. Um,
With those, yeah, with those kings of the day, it's tricky because it's like you want to wait for confirmation, but like we talked about, like it fake confirms and then it reclaims.
Yes.
That's the tricky part. But like yesterday, like LFS, it finally did like finally confirm. It really got bearish there for a bit and like trickled down. It was a nice trade. But then that random reclaim at 6 o'clock, it just spikes 3 points, like annihilates people, like 15% spike in price and like in a 5 minute candle. Like that's just brutal, brutal. And most of these traders aren't even trading with stops, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
totally annihilated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the tape. There was like it dropped LFS the tape after hours. It dropped $1 and like 500 share. Like it dropped $1 and like hardly any money traded, like $1,000 or something. Like made it drop $1 or something like that. It's crazy.
This IFRX chart's interesting against like 185, 190. Room down to $1, maybe. Cup and handle-ish on the 10-day.
Let me take a look at the bigger watch list and see if I find any sleepers. That Rainy is still just sleeping out there. It's slow though. It's kind of. It's still up 300%.
Prax hit 190 and got
Prax.
rejected off of that.
Yeah, I just saw Prax as well. That was a pretty interesting rejection there. That's what we like to see, that pattern, that sell-off candle to risk off of. So let me see. But it's, I mean, damn it, yeah, 190 sweep, and then now it's back at 180.
Good morning, Perfect Fall. Yeah, I sent over the I sent over to some of the Trade the Pool guys your music, and Joe just asked. He's like, "Is that Byron?" He posted it in the. I guess you're over in their Discord too, so that's cool. They like the music a lot.
Yeah, it's fire. GLTO trickle. I mean, I thought this morning between LFS and GLTO, one of them would have already given it up. But again, like we went over the current market.
Oh dang, dude! Those 3 trades I just went over, I'm in, are all selling off right now. Again, hangovers. REAL Pub M. Pub M is selling off.
Nice.
Wow, Pub M. And then GLTO.
Was that a hangover from yesterday or from the previous days?
Pub M, yes, yeah, they're hangovers from yesterday. Pub M
Yeah.
and REAL. Yeah, I think we're on to it as far as like we just gotta look honestly like that.
Lean
max
into
loss.
what's working more. Like the fresh plays are sustaining more and choppier and stronger, so we need to lean more into backside for like.
Speaking of backside, let's see where DTCK is at.
Backside bandits.
650's down to $1.50.
So that swag play, that thing's grinding. Damn, yeah. Acquisition.
Oh, Engine is kind of interesting too, from yesterday. Engine was kind of like tricky, that was a choppy play. Really, it was good on pops, but outside of that, like taking this Engine in consolidation did not work out very well. But if you got it on any spike, it was decent.
Yeah.
AMZE, little penny play. Yeah, saw that. Closed at 53. And up at 86 right now. So they complete Amaze completes acquisition of the food channel for purchase price of $650,000 payable in convertible promissory notes.
Sketchy.
Assets of the food channel. Has completed acquisition of assets of the food channel. What are the food channel's assets? Food?
Yeah, what are they? What an office somewhere? They took over the lease.
You never know. Like you have to dig into these because they make it sound so good, but yeah, it's like probably some damn cubicle. I mean, you just never know.
Someone's basement.
Uh,
A pizza shop in New York City.
Assets, as in one little pizza parlor in rural New York.
It had the pump, it had the dump, and then the Warriors smacked it and walked it higher, and now it's like musical chairs.
Mm-hmm.
60%. It's that little cheaper in nature.
I hate, like, honestly, these plays too, I've hated. You remember it?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
my sweet spot lately has been like $5-10 shorts, something like that. Like it's like
Yeah.
pre-market. It's like a stock in between like $5 and $10. Seems like those tend to pump and they tend to dump.
This SLRX was good. MG alerted it. The 220 sloppies was perfect. Like
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, that one was a great one. Great fade this morning. That was the
I,
play of this morning. The play of the
damn,
morning.
dude. Fucking hell. Like if
Yeah, that was literally the play.
the one morning. Yeah, it's like I had the kids this morning, so I couldn't be there. But yeah,
That
the
was right
one
at
that's like
4. Yeah,
straight up and then straight down.
4 a.m. algorithm pump on nothing. Right.
Yeah,
4
nothing. I
a.m.
don't see
algorithm
anything.
squeeze up 150% on nothing. 4 a.m. pump and dump.
Oh,
Forbidden
Doug,
fruit.
yeah, good morning. That was you on LSRX, yeah, and MG, great. Oh, yeah, I remember that trade, Doug. That was awesome. I love seeing it. You actually got the sloppy seconds. I really liked your chart, Doug, because it showed a couple things. A, your initial entry you stopped out of very well,
Mm-hmm.
because it was invalidated based on your theory, and then B, you revisited it on and didn't get emotional and let the second trade like work out, had the patience there. So that was a really good chart. I like to see that.
Yeah,
Show
good
that
work,
you have
guys.
discipline, uncommon discipline, and uncommon patience, the two things that you have to have in trading. So excellent.
And the fact that you're up at 4 a.m. grinding, catching an A+ setup like that, the fade.
Hmm.
The early bird gets the worm, right?
Yeah, dude, honestly, like the internal clock, I think you mentioned this. Like I woke up the 2 days at, at 3:45, and then it's been every day since. I just my eyes open at 3:45.
I know, dude. It
I'm
sucks.
like,
It's like
uh,
it's like naturally you'll wake up at like 4:20 or like 4:15,
mhm.
like yeah, like
Yeah, I
right
don't
before
mind.
it's worse.
I'm all in, dude. I don't mind getting up at that time. Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. I'll get
Well,
up and take some naps.
if my data continues to check out, this market keeps evolving to this like manipulative nature, then I might just start grinding pre-market and then like stepping away for a couple hours and coming back in the afternoon and trading like the afternoon fades too. Because I don't know, man. Like the market hour, there's always opportunity, but there's so much more manipulation as well. And then like the
Yeah.
temptation with some of these plays, like the FOMO and the greed, right? It comes back down to that, the FOMO and the greed. Like my data says I probably would be best to just avoid that and just stick to pre and post, but like the FOMO to miss out and the greed to make more money, right? Keeps
Hmm.
me there. So, that's something that I'm going to continue to monitor and adapt and adjust to my trading, and see the thing is too though, like the rules, like the 8% rule on top of that data starts to kind of add up for the funded, the 8% rule. So like, and we've talked about that before as well. So like, I'm really starting to just lean into pre and post more. Uh,
Hmm.
again, also back to what we were talking about in a harder market, we got to lean to our bread and butters or what works best. And that's like, I just went over, like my data says that's what works best for me.
Yeah.
But I've also found a lot of success like leaning into backside during pre-market, or I mean during market hours. Though that's also been, the true backside
Just
play.
waiting for like, a couple hours in or hour in or so.
Yeah, or the hangovers. The hangovers
Yeah, yeah.
um, also like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, those are really good points. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys are not aware, the 8% doesn't apply in pre-market and after hours, which we're able to lean into these edges like Fades is discussing real well. And I wanted to touch on something Baron put in the Discord this morning. It was fairly enlightening.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull that up, but
All right, let me grab some more coffee.
yeah, he said like walking away from the market when he hits his goal is the hardest thing for him. And he said, I want to be able to do it when I'm hot and heavy. Like uh, today was a day of discipline. Yeah, just knowing when, like, I struggle with that too. Yesterday, I ended the day on the funded. I think it was like 150. I was up, and I was like, I gotta take it because there's 250 max on the day. I was pushing it, but my back's a little bit against the wall on the funded, and I know my if I screw up, my worst day is going to be 250. So if you just pad some decent green days, like it's really going to stack up over time. And knowing when to walk away, it's hard. It's really hard because when you're red, you're trying to dig yourself out of the hole, and then obviously when you're green, sometimes you're like, maybe I should push the pedal here and get on the gas a little bit. So yeah, that's a hard line. It's a hard
Yeah,
line.
yeah, I would say definitely like you have to have a hard limits on red days. But I think for green days, it's more so profit management because you don't want to
Mm,
cap yourself. Like, I mean, there's an argument to both sides, right? Like some traders will do better if they just target to make $100, $200 and make that every day and walk away. And sometimes that works best, especially for people that have other jobs and other money coming in and stuff. That might be ideal. But
mhm.
at the same time, if you've been doing this for a while,
You know your
you
edge,
know,
and
you
then you're
know
just
when you're
limiting
hot,
yourself.
you know your edge and stuff. Like when the market's hot and things are working in your favor, keep going until it's not.
Yeah,
But you have to have rigid rules and discipline to walk away after you give back so much. And that's the next
yeah,
level of like
yeah,
the
yeah.
key of it. Like
It's
once
the
you give
worst.
so
Yeah.
much profit back, it's the same thing as a max loss, and that takes a lot more rigid discipline. Why? Because well, if you're at the prop firm, they're not going to cut you off. And like
Yeah, it'd be cool if you're
that's where the really challenge becomes because what we talked about a lot of those traders giving back those profits on a green day, going in tilt and then hitting max loss and what that does to the psychology. So that's really key, guys. Profit management, like being rigid with those rules. And it's very hard. Very,
Good
very hard
talk.
thing to do.
Love it. Yeah, great conversation. Yeah, guys, I think if your like stop could trail, like your max loss trails, like you're up 300 and now it's like I can lose two. That would be cool. But I have the fear of like going red after I'm green, right? And so that
If
plays a
you
part
could
of it too.
somehow implement those kind of rules like we went over, like a one ticker loss rule, that'd be cool too. It's something to try to program,
That would
but
help
right
me
now we
so
don't have
much.
that. And right now that's on us and our discipline to operate that, in that way. But like if you can be rigid with those kind of rules, guys, that's where like success lies.
All
And
right,
it's so
traders.
hard. It's so hard in the moment to
Market
do.
is now open. Let's get it, traders.
All right,
Yeah.
see what we got.
I am working 3 out of the gate: Real, REAL, Pub M, and GLTO with hard stops set, all 3 short.
Yeah, I'm pretty patient right now, studying this market, just studying LFS and GLTO as well as MTC, fresh runners, just kind of watching everything right now, seeing how the market's going to react to these top plays. LFS getting a little selling at Bell.
GLTO, stay heavy. Yeah, GLTO, I'm looking for that one to stay heavy. Real just took me out on a spike. So all out of Real. That one's getting a leg 2 up, REAL. Big spike on REAL. Just in Pub M and GLTO, and then LFS leftovers on the eval.
Okay.
CMCT is kind of like the LFS, right, of yesterday. So it's going to be interesting to see what this play does. LFS a little heavy. Risk guide could be that 1150 previous close. Be interesting to see what they do with that one. RDGT Hangover actually looks pretty good. A little spready on RDGT though. I'm gonna pull up RDGT and
So
see what this really.
LFS is under 9 now. GLTO is trickling down a little bit as well.
Yeah, GLTO. I like that one for a big picture fade here. I mean, that could be highly profitable if GLTO just profit takes. So I like that. Falcon, you did well in pre-market. Playing with fire, Falcon, in the small cap world, shorting LFS at pre-market open made some money, then went to bed. Good work. LFS continuation on the sell-off. So
And remember, guys, that thing came from like $1. So
yeah,
I'm just sitting in. I just have really small size, like I said, in both those plays, like very small right now. I'm just kind of letting this bell breathe. The nature of this market.
And we know GLTO, like what it did in the afternoon. That's why we're it's eerily, can be eerily quiet because we're like, oh my god, like out of nowhere, some of these plays can just get rowdy. Move is getting a little pop too. That's day 3 now. MOVE. BBAI spiking up, guys. BBAI 640 to 7, straight up there. BBAI.
I'm also watching QBTX here, guys, for a long, actually. Different type of play. Don't usually call that out, but that's a previous like big cap mega runner at an interesting level here at 50. I think it's a good risk level for a long, just worth keeping an eye on.
Repeat ticker.
What's that?
Can you repeat that ticker?
QBTX.
Okay.
Yeah, off the 50 level for a long, bigger cap play.
ABEO is 45 million in the flow. ABEO is getting a little pop, 450 to 5. It looks like on earnings.
Wolf for the sleepy fade. Been calling that thing, been working it, and it's been fruitful, guys. Just like it did a little baby sweep there. Key levels, good risk levels, nice and tight. Wolf. Sleeping
ABEO 520 is really good on the daily, guys, and then 550 is very strong. So I'm watching those two levels, ABEO.
Also, another idea, guys, for a pretty liquid short, open. The short sell bot actually liked open. It just kind of did a sweep at the bell. Keep an eye on that price action. See how it's going to react off that. The bot actually recommended that yesterday, I think. So it's kind of interesting.
Okay.
It did put in an interesting little move there just now, risk level open. It might stab a little bit off that. We'll see. It's been trending up, but it's like it just came from $4 like not that long ago, up at 8 now. Super liquid, a ton of volume there, guys. Open.
Pub M just hit the previous close and is rejecting off of that level, guys. I might size into this one. PUBM. It's that chart I have pulled up there. It's looking real good. Yeah, I'm gonna smack that one again. Pub M. On the short side, FYI. That's what we do in here.
Yeah, I'm long like 5% of the time. I'd say like 2%. I took in like 2 longs. Like I got QBTX and I got CMBM longs. Those are like my 2 longs of the year. And I took 1,000 shorts.
God dang, LFS is paying on the eval. That thing halted down 8
Yeah, it did.
20 now. Yeah.
Nice. And then GLTO is the one that's pumping higher, guys. Yeah, nice. Good work on the eval. What's that, 25 or 50?
25 max, another one. I'm gonna try to get another one in the pocket.
Okay, nice.
GLTO would be I'm in that on the funded. It'd be nice if that could get rejected here. On the funded, just working pub M short and then GLTO short. Yeah, pub M looking real good. Yeah, those were the 2 hangovers, guys, that I was working. Real is like I like these because they're right or right out. So REAL, I stopped out real quick. That one bouncing off the previous close, and then pub M, that one rejecting off the previous close and looking heavy. And these things can bleed most of the day, so that's what I'm looking for there. And I'm really looking for the GLTO to reject off of the previous close too. That's right under 24, like 23.50s. If it gets up and over that, I'm going to be out of that one. Annoyingly. So really want to see profit taking GLTO. All right, Doug, SLRX. Let's take a look. Reclaim. Yeah, yep, got rejected. Good alert there.
Nice.
SLRX is, yeah, that's going to be a real challenge to reclaim those 2. So yeah, that one's getting rejected hard there. ABEO's at 520. I really like this level, guys, on ABEO. Probably going to take a short on it with the over 550 risk. Just eyeballing ABEO. It's got a lot of 550. Man, it just got slammed right there. Okay, 530's got hit. It's not up tons. There's a big ceiling of resistance up in this range, 520s to 550s. I'm just monitoring it here, this 20 area. All right.
CMCT was that king of the day to keep an eye on. Looks like it sold off a point as well. So GLTO, I think I'm gonna cover. Yeah, I'm getting stopped out there. But LFS is working. GLTO is just that grinder. The Warriors are just congregated there. And CMCT, that keep an eye on that one. Bearish now, real weak, looking like it might elevator down. Announces sell of the lending division.
CMCT looking heavy.
It could be trappy right here though, guys. See how it reacts. QBTX bouncing a little bit.
On what? Perfect fall. Which ticker?
Sleepy fading.
All right, yeah. Let me take a look at CMCT. CMCT against even 950s, but again, are they gonna do like what they did? Like that's the get everyone shorts all comfy there. We'll see. CMCT. I mean, I like it here.
Yeah, right. That's what my fear. It's king of the day.
King of the
You
day,
know,
low
just like
float.
small, just like boring size. It's we now have to know like the nature of the market. Right now, it just feels like it's got to be boring size to trade these, like the way they've been chopping us out.
I'm a try CMCT here, guys, against like 950. But this is very likely the only try I'm giving this.
LFS lower.
Oh, CMCT. CMCT. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
CMCT elevator down.
Should I be happy and take it? I don't know. See, longs are trying to longs are trying to LFS these things, and it ain't working so far on this. Is this a lean into this or a take profit? I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do here. Just hit it right before that elevator down. 830.
Have a decent profit. I'd say just take a little bit. It just drop, take 30% off to like keep your emotions in check and stay leveled. But make sure that 30-second, even on any buy and sell, I think you have to wait 30 seconds for the inverse action. Sleepy fade.
It's below key levels from pre-market, so this is pretty good here, guys. CMCT, but I'm gonna take it down here. I'm gonna take it 790s CMCT.
Yeah, we'll leave a little bit, right? And
I
then
only
just
had
drag
I
your
only,
stop.
I only
Like,
had 50 shares though. I
okay.
mean,
Yeah, so I see what you're
so it's
saying.
just like a $50 trade.
So it's like when you got something like that, that's like elevator and down, capitulating, just broke a key level, like it very well probably is going lower. So I would just like sell like, 50, 60, 70, 80%. And then that last chunk, just drop your stop down. So like your profit secure no matter what. And then the leftover process.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I scratch
depending
my
on how
head
much-
on that. Do I want to leave 25 shares, or is this just a single exit? I mean, because that could
Yeah.
pay.
And it's like as long as you're taking a good chunk, or like depend on how convicted you are, then that's where you can dynamically decide: do I want to take 50% off? Do I want to take 60% off? Do I want to take it all? Do I want to take 80%? So
Anybody in chat working Pub M? That's a great hangover, working real well right now. Hitting that previous close and sleepy fade.
sleepy fade.
ABEO up towards that 550. Oh, that's
SPY is kind of looks like it might dump a little bit here, so the market's kind of reacting off that. It's like, let's see. As far as fresh runners, anything worth noting? Leap Therapeutics, the new runner. It's just been so many cheap plays. Like everything's cheap. Everything's been cheap. Leap Therapeutics up 75 cents.
ABEO is very interesting. It's a blow off move, guys. I'm getting involved there, but 550 is very strong resistance. But hey, I'm still
Which
monitoring
one
it.
is that?
ABEO, they came out with good earnings. What I like about it is the resistance left. There is a lot. ABEO, a lot of like
Yeah, you're right.
550, like 550 is really good right here. 570s is very
Yeah,
good.
little 30% pop that could fade a little bit. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it.
I'm gonna hit it here,
Market.
guys, and give it to 570
I
ABEO.
don't like that candle though. That fake little baby death candle fake out and then reclaim higher. But Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna give it
give
to
it a
570. It's
give
tapping
it
the
some
50-day
wiggle
moving
room.
average right now.
Yeah, give it that wiggle room and see what it's gonna do.
LFS, where's she at? 750s, 760s. Okay. Yep, really so far, I mean, Pub M's the main one on the funded that's been paying on the hangover side. What's CMCT doing?
CMCT is just sleepy fade.
Ah, yeah, still fading off. PLTR short, big to fit me. Okay, PLTR shorts. Let's see. Is the market like fading a little bit right now too?
Yeah, SP or SPY is dumping, guys.
ABEO still higher, given that just a little bit to 570. Yeah, Baron, good morning to you. Yeah, it's been a little scattered this morning. You know, got to be patient with what we're seeing right now.
Yeah,
Engine actually did the pop to 10 and it looks heavy right now. ENGN, that one could fade a little bit
LFS
today.
turned into a honey hole. Yep.
Yeah, LFS has been amazing. Josh, you got it?
Yeah, nice, Josh. Yeah, that thing worked out very well. Started to cooperate. That
Yeah,
5
it's
point drop from 19 and then a couple wiki reclaims, but downtrend really set in there.
I was too scared to take LFS on the funded, Josh. I'm in on the eval pretty good, but it was yesterday was that play was just wild. Oh man, she was a wild one.
Wow, the wiki list. No doubt.
Made 1%. All right, there you go. PLTR, good work. I mean, PLTR cracked the previous close. It's still looking heavy. Popped to 188 and back on down. So ABEO still hitting its resistance around 550s. I mean, decent area with decent risk here. Stair steppy with earnings though. So just again, like today, probably not, full size kind of day, right? You're gonna probably want to be a little. Oh, here's REAL, Josh. Here's a hangover too that I attempted. It took a little stop, but right now just hit the magic 20s and kind of slowing down off of the 1620s. REAL. I may smack her again, REAL, one more time against the highs there, 1620s. I like what I'm seeing. REAL. Actually looking really good. I'm going to stab at REAL against 1620s. One more try there.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Oh, yeah. All right, ABO, we're in that. So in 4 right now. ABO coming back on down a little bit. That was good.
Yeah, that thing's
60
from 380 to 560 ABO. Yeah. It's on the profit beat on the earnings though, so that could be a little problematic.
Yeah, earnings, I'm not like, I don't really like never so overly confident with those.
Right.
I'm not going to
Well,
go crazy size on the
yeah,
earnings.
exactly. Yeah, just sizing accordingly.
BBAI may give sloppy seconds at the Magic 20 here, 720 traders. That's a play this up this morning as well. AI space.
Yeah, as far as
CMCT, man.
like King of the Days are very lackluster. CMCT was the best thing going, and that thing gave it up. Leap Therapeutics is the new king, but besides that, it's pretty sleepy as far as the top runners. So LFS capitulation there, followed through, annihilated. I mean, yeah, it came from a couple bucks, guys. The irrationality, freaking 19 after hour pump, like just crazy.
Josh, anybody in your chat catch Pub M? She's been just a hangover bleeding.
And that's the thing, you got to live to trade another day. LFS is a perfect example of that. It's like we talked about. Like front side, it's an account eater. And then backside, it's a money printer, eval passer. Like, so you got to have the patience to just not, the rigid rules to not let yourself just capitulate. Like, whether you're long or short, like on the wrong side of the trend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at that LFS and the sixes.
Oh my God.
GLTO longs might start to get shaken out there as well. If SPY is going to continue to sell off and the main market's going to capitulate, and LFS is going to do that.
I'm taking 60% off Pub M's, adjusting the stop there. GLTOs just came, I don't know. This play is just, did it top out there at the previous close and she's going to stay heavy? Did you ladder your stops, GLTO, or you're out?
I exited for now. I'll re-enter. I'm just kind of watching it. I was in really small. I mean, I just leaned into LFS more and cut GLTO for now, but I'm looking at it. I mean, I would always ladder my stops. I mean, I always recommend to ladder your stops, so like I'm always going to recommend that. QBX just got a big spike, guys. Let's go.
Oh my God, this.
Yeah, the main market was bullish, so I did stab a little bit with that QBTX as well. But then, like, the SPY kind of sold off here, so that's why I'm studying the SPY a little bit more today. I'm not usually calling out what the SPY is doing, but you got to adapt to the market. It's like yesterday, longs had a field day. So LFS, big wall at 7.5, going to be key there. Could confirm like a base, or it might actually be a really big seller that's just going to push this thing down. So watch for that to get eaten up or to stay.
Damn.
GLTO pumping higher.
Yeah, that just took me out entirely.
QBTX, see if that was a liquidation sweep or if they're going to pump it.
ABEO, good girl. ABEO pulling back in. 570 looked pretty good there.
She's a good girl.
Yeah, ABEO. That was, I mean, just so much resistance overhead. I had to take a piece of it. BBAI 720 up.
Yeah, literal feast or famine for the GLTO and LFS. Like,
so annoying, man. Yeah, GLTO just spiking straight up. It's crazy.
ABEO, good play, good work. Yeah, downtrend kind of starting to set in here. Key level, that former support. See what it's going to do right here.
Yeah, 520 definitely going to be key. CMCT, man, looks real heavy. You remember what that was even up on?
On which one?
That was the leading CMCT.
Oh, it was like an off. They sold their office or something.
Oh, is that the one? Okay.
Wait, no, it was like an offering. some kind of lease agreement or something. Like, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'll double
Just
check it.
imagine some sketch office.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, she's real heavy still, CMCT. So yeah, I mean,
The
any
pizza
pop there.
store. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. REAL kind of on alert here. The
44 million PG deal.
REAL. I'm gonna lean into this. 1620 may be holding up. Coming well. Let's see. This previous close is 1550. We need to get under that on REAL. So the hangover may start profit taking here after that pop.
Leap Therapeutics. What is the news here?
Hangover news. Oh, which one are you talking
Company
about?
reported. Oh, it's just earnings. Cyberpunk Technologies. What the hell? That's now Leap Therapeutics. Cyberpunk. Cypherpunk.
Looking for a pop on REAL, then I'll hit it again. Because right now my average is like 1580. But yeah, looking for that to bleed.
It's halted up. Savage.
Which one's halted up? GLT.
GLTO.
Oh my god. Be rigid with the rules, guys. ABO, great. That one's in the 20s, but it may bounce here 520. So it's a good place to lock in something. So just FYI, GLTO, if you're in that, just lock in something there. Doug, the short interest SLRX 36%. Woo. Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, that's what'll cause a squeeze right there. Anything really over 1520, it starts getting sketch. LFS still. LFS was interesting because she had like no short interest, which may cause this thing just to sell off all day. I mean, there was no short interest on LFS at all. I looked it up, but I guess every short went on it yesterday, right? All the shorts
were
went
like-
on yesterday.
Yeah, they got like a contract with the government, or what exactly was it? Something like that, right? It sounded good.
Yeah. They always sound
It
good.
sounded good.
They always sound good. All right, very cool. So right now, just in real REAL and looking for the next play. SPRU. Oh, good alert. MG with a 420 just hit. SPRU. I see news yesterday. Stock rises. Third quarter loss narrows on higher revenue. SPRU. That was yesterday, though. All right. Well, Magic 20 just hit. 420 is extra magical. And we got a lot of resistance up in this range, too. What's the...
LFS is definitely the fate of the day. The fate of the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That was a beautiful one. Finally behaved well without chopping out. Got some follow through.
SPRU. It's an interesting spot. I'm trying to identify the float here. But last thing I want to do is, they're going to be looking for another LFS today, guys. Just be mindful of that. This is just, we've talked about it before, how it's sympathy, right? Market sympathy. And they're going to trickle something down today. And by power hour, they're going to try. I'm not sure if it'll happen, but they're going to attempt to do another LFS. Very likely today.
Unless GLTO just goes to $100 and all the diamond handers and moon boo boys just ride off to the sunset.
God, that play is so annoying.
But GLTO is not even on the top gainer list. I mean, I'm sure the bulls are still watching or diamond handing it, but it's only up 10% for now, but it is halted up. So that thing could get some momentum behind it.
MTC is looking kind of heavy, by the way, bro.
GLTO resumption. Which one is that?
MTC is actually kind of looking heavy.
All right. Yeah.
Real guys, I never got the ad on REAL, but she's working great right now. REAL again, like when you guys hear me say alert, alert, it means something's looking real good. REAL on this previous close right now, and we need to crack under it, not bounce here. As soon as we get under this and the open, we should start. I mean, very likely we start profit taking on this name. So we may try to bounce here off that previous close. We'll see, but I'd like to get a lean into this one a bit.
The real. Yeah. I see what you're saying there. That continuation. It's like, yeah, that crack of that level at this point.
Yeah, when I saw the Magic 20 hit, and oftentimes hangovers, like if they do get a morning spike and then it starts looking heavy, it feels like game time. You know, it's gonna start profit taking. So if it doesn't get follow through momentum on it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying for sure. That's a good edge to trade. Like when it gives up all that move, but still is like on the smaller time frame, right? It gives up all that move, but then bigger picture, it's got a lot of meat. Yeah, real.
Yeah,
It's got a point or two to give. I mean,
pointer. Yeah, they do. I mean, these names I love to trade, guys.
And it's like those are names that you can size the hell out of too and manage your risk depending on how it's acting. Depending on how spready and tight it is and stuff.
Yeah, I got that eerie feeling with CMCT, like they're going to trickle something like this down with a tiny flow, and then again,
PTSD, yeah, and that's why like scaling the portal is really nice for that. Like you can, pull up that 1 minute chart and scale your stops like accordingly to protect yourself from like a spike or sweep.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really key. I think with these plays, it's like those are the two key takeaways, like smaller size than you want to be, and then scaling your stops, and then like scaling your profit as well. Because it's just there's so much chop and manipulation. The odds that you're going to time things right are very tough. So you have to account for that error and that wiggle room.
I kind of like MTC here if it's not going to get any buyers stepping into it, but like against 270. I mean, that one's like tight for me. It's like this is either if it's not going to get buyers MTC, then we might start seeing her trickle down. But I like the trade here because it is real tight. It's like this is either going to work against that high I just put in or not,
Mm-hmm.
And you know how, MTC, she still owes me money.
Let me see it.
All right.
Yeah, this thing, man, this freaking stock.
REAL, there we go, guys. Under the previous close now. Looking
nice.
real good.
Yeah, that looks like a good one, bro. Take a little bit of that.
Yeah, I mean that's some days like after LFS yesterday. I mentioned in the Discord, guys, like I'm not in the mood for this. So coming into today, it's like I'm not in the mood to step in front of an LFS. I'm trying to find the easy stuff. I ain't in the mood to do that today.
Yeah. And if you're playing those tickers, like know the nature of them, sizing way down where the emotions don't even get involved, and you're just kind of like kicking back, like, all right, we'll see what happens,
Exactly. Just kick back and enjoy
And
the
if
ride.
like slowly scaling in it, if it confirms more, or just knowing that maybe you should just be small size and let it breathe, that might be the better play.
Yeah. I think now REAL decent on hitting it on pops, even against the 15, 50, 60. Like any spike there looks pretty good. I mean, I could see this thing down into the 13s today. Maybe like 14.
Yeah, I like that trade. The real.
Yeah, I stopped out initially, if you remember. I just like, okay, it's going to get a spike. Let's revisit it. It's okay to stop. Like, stop if it's not going to initially profit take and then revisit.
Yeah, right. That's why it's like that's why it's hard to draw the line about just the one loss. Because like if you take a very small paper cut, like with no emotions, and then you can get back in it if it sets back up.
As
Like
long as there's no emotions. I think I like over
that's
exaggerated it because, I was
yeah,
making
that's
such
why. Hmm.
stupid decisions. So I'm like, I
Like
gotta
so,
over
give
exaggerate.
yourself an amount of risk on a ticker, and then give your like set that rule like amount of risk or amount of tries you're gonna give it, or like you
Mhm.
can give it that risk, but like how many tries do you want to allow yourself for that risk? But as long as we're rigid with that is really the key. Like you can split it up into 4 tries, 2 tries, or 1 try if you're gonna give it $100 risk or whatever that for that ticker and that account size.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a really good way to just if you can stick to that. But oftentimes as traders, we'll be jumping in things too quick. We'll be sizing in too quick. We're not calculating. We're thinking about what we could make instead of what we're risking to make it.
And what you can make in a small time frame, that's where we go wrong. Like, yeah, what we can make in a small time frame is where we mess up traders. Like, we got to zoom out. We got to zoom out on the accounts a little bit.
Hmm.
Because, dude, LFS on 25 shares made $200. 25 shares, and then there's no emotions there. There's no emotions. It's like you can give it plenty of wiggle room, and
Yeah, exactly. Hmm.
all right, REAL. I'm gonna smack her again on this pop, guys, up towards the 1550s. And of course, I mean, I'm wanting this play to stay heavy against the consolidation it had in the 80s, 90s. Yeah, like the 80s, 90s. I wanted to stay heavy against that level
Hmm.
because it already went red on the day. I don't want it to really reclaim that and start consolidating up there. Little
Yeah.
cheap play, LPTX from 43 cents to 90 cents.
Right. Yeah, that's the
our, our
grinder of the day.
our favorite plays, fades.
It's the grinder of the day.
Gap
Grinding nature.
fill, gap fill 220, gap fill 220.
I mean, that's like one, just set a trend line, like wait for confirmation, like, just like this, like you really, patience pays, right? If you would have had the patience to wait for like, the LFS, like that final sweep and that death candle, like just sit there and wait for it. Look at the volume, draw a trend line. Like, don't be so aggressive and, don't let those emotions, like we talked about, the greed and the FOMO take over. And, you know, if you see a good trade, take that risk level, but draw that line in the sand. I'm going to risk this much on the ticker. Do I want to take one shot at it or do I want to give myself 3 bullets? What is my plan here? Like, got to. GLTO higher, LFS lower.
Yeah, when you're wrong, don't stay wrong because GLTO, ooh, that would have been expensive for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that curling up and I saw LFS weak. I'm like, okay. Because remember what was that the other day? Like the two King of Days, they did the polar opposites of each other. Like they kept flipping.
Oh, yeah,
Like one
yeah.
halt up, one halt down, and then rinse repeat.
It
Dude, that
was,
was like a total sheep slayed. Like, God, man. Yeah,
it,
this
it
market has
was, it
been,
was move
these
and
market hours have been brutal, dude. And then it's like you finally get a follow through fade like LFS, and that's what keeps you trading the bell and stuff. Because it's like when you get like an actual clean follow through like that, it's like that's why it's hard to say, all right, I'm just going to trade pre and post market because like you do see like major volatile dumps like that to capitalize on. So But for the most part, we've been seeing a lot of chop and not much follow through, a lot of rinsing out and reclaiming. It's been tricky.
Yeah, it's been very tricky. Guys, BBAI, speaking of being tricky, double top 740 and kind of, death candling off of that 740. So looking decent there. Yeah, Falcon, great day. Decent, good green day. And yeah,
Nice
just
work.
take it, enjoy your day, man. Take it, enjoy the day. It's just lock in that profit, Because again, like, which account are you working? 25, 50, 100? It's just a good feeling, like locking in. Like, for instance, if your max loss is 500 and you make 6, it's like, man, it's just a good feeling knowing, okay, if I really screw up a day, still gonna be good. Oh, nice. Yeah, so that's the 25. Yeah, very good. Right now, guys, I mean, I'm just working real for a profit taking and fade today. But outside of that, let's keep flipping through, see if there's anything. But again, it's like not. Yeah, we're not going to force any action. We're going to let the setups come to us. So let's flip through and see what's going on. GLTO, what the insert expletive is going on here? GLTO. I mean, right back up towards. This is exactly what I told you, Fades. As far as like longs keep getting rewarded for just holding the bag, because like GLTO just keeps dumping, spiking back up, dumping. It's like, okay, well, it's dumped. Let me just add to my position. It'll come back up, and it just
Yeah.
keeps happening. I mean, just look at this chart.
Great
It's just straight up,
season.
straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down.
Unreal.
Well, speaking of unreal, let's get real to be unreal here. Hitting the previous close and tanking off of the 1550s. Yeah, the market's been like, it's the last few days, man, have been something else. Like it probably just gets some traders to come to say F it and be like, I ain't doing this anymore.
Yeah, that's been like the type of market we've been in. If you're on the wrong side of some of this volatility and manipulation, like it's been pretty brutal. Yeah. Seriously, dude.
MG, that sprue you brought up, 420 is holding up there real well. Actually looking really good against 420 right now. I don't see any news there either. I'm gonna have to stab at the sprue. 420 is a really good level there to risk off of, and it's got a little 9-cent spread TTP. Let me, not so little.
Old sprue.
Yeah, it actually looks really good here off of the. I'm gonna hit it sprue against 420. I mean, just real tight. I like it. It's slowing down a lot, so I give it to like 421.
Okay.
SPRU against that 420 level is not bad at all.
Elite Therapeutics broke its trend line, guys, and is bearish. Dumping right now. Elite Therapeutics. It's just picture perfect. Broke that trend line. The red volume started to pick up. Like just textbook, guys. Textbook. Up 80% still. QBTX dumping, SPY dumping. So the main market's dumping, guys. Which
Good.
means like GLTO, I don't know if this can sustain, I might smack it small and like give it up to like 30 and just be like very small size again here and let it kind of wiggle. If the overall market's going to dump, LFS capitulated, like bulls might eventually get scared.
SPY on its previous close. See what it does there. Right now, just in real and then sprue. Sprue, I took that against 420.
Oh, Sprue.
Spruce me up.
Oh, Sprue. Yeah, it's old Sprue.
I didn't see any news there either. Well, I mean, there might be something, but I didn't see anything. Sprue.
Howard Holdings. Sounds sketchy.
Power. Spruce power. Oh, it was the earnings yesterday, which it did nothing yesterday. I don't buy the news 2 days later, kind of thing. Okay. REAL back down to its lows. To its lows. SPY still selling off here. Yeah, SPY
Yeah,
bouncing a little bit off of that
at a
previous
key
close.
level.
Yeah,
Yeah, at a
the
key
key
level right here. See what the overall market wants to do.
adjusting stops on REAL, just kind of bringing them down as we just let that thing fade out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good call there.
Yeah, it's like the Leap Therapeutics. What are you thinking there? I mean,
It clearly broke its trend. Let me see. Looks like it had a little bit of a. Wait, where did my lines go? I had lines drawn. Looks like it's coming back up. Bounce off VWAP, pretty strong there. Pretty strong reclaim off VWAP.
she's up a lot, man. It's like their earnings were still negative, but they weren't as bad as suspected, you know. ABEO, you jumped in it. What against? What are you working it against? Like the 520 pop there. She's on earnings as well, so I mean, I like the euphoria there. It still may profit take a little bit. Tap the 50-day and a lot of resistance and pulling back in.
Leap Therapeutics, massive reclaim.
Yeah, is this going to be the one?
SPY bounce. CMCT, lower trickle. QH. Is that a fresh pump? Up 40%.
Oh, yep. QH, good call there. QH, I don't see any news. Quuho, so it's
So it's, you know,
it's
it
the
might go
vaccine.
back to where it started. It might pump 300%. That's what it sounds like.
Look at this gap fill. We got a gap fill to $100.
Boy, oh boy.
Oh
Scary
my
stuff.
god, sketch. Because unless this thing like did a forward split, which I don't think they did, back in July, something happened where this thing. I gotta find out what went on here. Okay, July. Oh, they did do a split.
Leap. I'm sure they have. That thing's been sitting around that price for years. I remember trading that thing 7 years ago.
Ratio change from they did a 1 to 900. Why? I mean, look, forward splits are like what like Apple and Amazon do, right? To like bring it down to a more marketable level for investors. So $1,000, bring it down to like 100. But Quuho, I don't know about Quuho. Sprue's kind of popping back up to 420. So I mean that just was going sideways, may get taken out there. It's all good.
Yeah, QH, Fade, Leap Therapeutics, LFS back under, SPY chopping at key base level.
Yeah, QH 120 is holding up. LPTX, I mean, it just hit $1. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, pretty strong reclaim. Bounce off VWAP and shot up 20 cents. So, could be a key level right here. But I don't want to focus on what could be. I want to focus on what is.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear the pain in your voice. Oh boy. LFS pain. Well, really, like MTC, it's been like a lot of these plays. So
yeah, a lot of reclaim pain.
Yeah,
we talked about that last week, and the theme continued. Yesterday was frustrating.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Let's see if we're missing anything here.
Absolutely.
Wow, CMBM halted up? No, but big old spike in CMBM, guys. CMBM pumping right now, actually.
320 is very key there.
They have news? Like, what's up with that random 20-cent spike? 40-cent spike randomly. Interesting.
Yeah, you still slowly motivate like Sprue. Yeah, I kind of like it too. It had no volume and started basing out at VWAP. Didn't like that, but I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I mean, it's Sprue. I mean, it's 13 million float, only 1 million traded there, so it's just keep my eyes peeled there and see what happens. LPTX.
Blood.
ABEO still bleeding. Good trade on that. Slowly motivate.
Sleepy Fade. GLTO just grinding higher.
Yeah, pulled back
LFS
right to 20.
maybe found home at 7. Don't overstay if you're still in it. Leave those leftovers. I think that's like been my biggest problem, right? Like we keep going over the reclaims. Like I'll make good money initially, I'll be in it, but I'll overstay my welcome, and then it starts to reclaim, and then I get greedy, right? I'm like, well, hell, I'm thinking I'll add back into this now, and then it keeps going higher, and like that's a slippery slope. So for me personally, I have to be more rigid with these reclaims. I've figured that out for myself.
It actually looks like a good bear flag here, LFS.
So,
Looks like it's about to crack down lower. Yeah, actually a decent looking bear flag on REAL, guys. It's tempting. It's tempting because the risk is fairly tight. It's like 750. It's hard for me to want to get involved with that when I had it at 15 at this level, but there's still a lot of room on down south. Sprue up over 420. I know we're still monitoring that. Wow, dude. LPTX over $1. Here's the 5-minute time frame here. 43 cents to $1.05. They're relentless with this stuff, man. Like these little cheap pennies. I mean, I do like it against $1.20 LPTX. It's 30 million in the float, and it's rotated that nearly 10x. So it's probably like a try once, or maybe just stay out of the way entirely. ABEO, good work, slowly motivate. Real keeps selling off, so that's good. Yeah, LPTX is tempting here, Fades. She's getting close to that magic 20. Like, I may attempt it once and then step out of the way, if that doesn't work.
yeah, I think I like focusing on like the second time frame and focusing on the volume and like the wicks and really start to look for some confirmation on a play like this. Up 150%, like just not be too eager. Look for some big red volume and understand there's meat on the bone. But there's different ways to play it. You could just take a very small size now and give it wiggle room and just say, I think this thing will fade off this level, big picture, and kind of let it breathe too. So depends how you want to play it.
Yeah, I'm going to take a position here, guys, against like 125.
Put in a little wick there, two decent red volume candles here. See if some buying's going to step in. A little bit more selling could cause pressure.
125 is my risk. 104 entry.
Volume slowing down after two big red candles.
And that'll be it for me on this play. I'm giving it like a one and done because this is a float rotation play. I talked about this. They can be dangerous. But yeah, when I size to a point where it's like, okay, I'm risking, like for me on this, I'm risking $50 here. If it doesn't work out, that's okay. I'm good. But it's a play that I'm gonna let breathe because this thing could go back to 80 cents or lower, and so it's just I'm gonna let her breathe a little bit.
Let's see what it reclaims. How the volume profile looks.
That's where I find more success, Fades. It's like when I can just get in, give it wiggle room, and like look at big picture and not try to like scalp it for 2 pennies. Just Let them breathe a little bit because these fluctuations that we've been seeing with these plays have been just unbelievable.
Yeah, painful.
Painful. Real still, you got that right. It's at near 15 now.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Good job.
Spy still struggling.
The spy is asleep. A fade.
Sleepy fade on Spy.
Yeah, I'm jamming out to that music. Got it in the car now, Byron.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Was it hard getting that on YouTube Music, or it's just
Just
pretty
a
much YouTube?
sleepy fade in the fireworks.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not even I don't really listen to country music, but Sleepy Fade, dude, I'm all like, put me in my boots and a cowboy hat and give me a beer. Like I'm all about
Right?
Sleepy Fade as far as that goes.
For
Saddle me up, boy. Big hat, no cattle. Get up on round up that cattle with that song.
LFS turned into a sleepy fade today. Man.
Yeah.
Leap Therapeutics, a lot of selling volume.
Yeah, that should be
Buying red blue, green candle coming in though is kind of overtaking it. Still a little sketchy. Overall market turning lower. Sleepy fade.
Yeah, I'm gonna monitor the price action LPTX pretty carefully. Like if it turns into like I don't have to stop out at my stop. I can stop out earlier if I don't like the price action. If it's like stair steppy, she keeps buying up, yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna kick back with it for now.
Yeah, reclaim. Damn. Keep leap. Yeah, in a tricky market, man.
Wiki and tricky.
CMCT and LFS were nice sleepy fades today.
Yeah, let's so CMCT is kind of curling up off of 750. Again, are they gonna LFS that? Very interesting. AMZE. Yeah, one of you alerted that in pre-market. That one ended up getting no volume continuation. She's looking good. Been just bleeding out. ABEO on 5. Good work. Slowly motivate, letting that one play out. And LFS, man, I mean, that's a bear flag right there. That's a bear flag if I've seen
Yeah,
one.
it's giving risk levels.
Very good. Yeah. She's
VWAP
wow.
is under 8, so yeah, it's definitely presenting itself. Opportunity there.
I think I'm gonna take LFS against like what I mean, even the 8. Yeah, the 8 level. It's tricky. I mean, it's a really nice bear flag here. Yeah, I'll take it against 8 LFS, but
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like tricky. The reclaim can start to happen, or it can just capitulate to $6, $5.
yeah, she's and then in Sprue risking off high a day. Sprue still interesting, but yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad there. I see what you see. Do you see what I see?
Yeah, sleepy.
I, I see blackness in the
Yeah,
back
I
of my
see sheep.
eyelids.
I see sheep jumping over the fence. I mean, the nice trades were with LFS this morning, SLRX early morning, and CMCT gave a pretty good fade there as well. Those are like the three trades of the day.
Yeah.
Like, besides that, kind of that the real has been a great fade. Like that was a great call there. That's pretty much like the other play of the day. It's a clean sleepy fade there. That's like sleepy fade 101 there, to be honest. The real.
Oh yeah, and we find those every day in here, man. Like
Yeah, that was a great play. Great call there. Yeah.
those are the ones I like to trade. Just the
Sleepy
easy stuff.
fade.
I'm not so into the. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take the LFS, but you just like you gotta sizing is so important, guys. You just gotta like don't size the king of the day like full size. Never
Mm-hmm.
never really a smart idea.
No. So you got to account for the manipulation and the wiki action.
Yeah. What did Engine do? Oh, Engine's still pretty good here. Engine's holding 9, but it looks. I mean, the 5-day chart looks good against like 950 for some bleed because that had. Yeah, remember yesterday that had a lot of bulls in it, and right now it's got no bulls. So that's what we like to see. Engine against 950 could be pretty good. LPTX, come to Papa.
Nice. Still hanging in that thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, big rejection there.
Like to see it back down in the back to 40 cents, really, but realistically 80.
Yeah.
I'd like to see this company get delisted. Go back where you belong. Pink sheets.
See if this trend's gonna hold. It broke. There's like a couple of trend lines here. It's kind of bouncing off the lower one now, or trying to bounce, I should say. It's already broken a couple of trend lines though. So it's like kind of like the last hope here at this like 90.
All hope has lost moment.
Yeah, 90 is really key here. And even like 93, but 92. See how it reacts to those levels.
Trading really is like you got. For those that don't know, I studied cinematic art, so that there is an all hope is lost moments in movies as part of the script, and trading is really similar to how movies are scripted. It's like you have the euphoria, the excitement, and then oh no, all hope. I mean, usually there's a redeeming factor in the end of the movie. There's usually not the redeeming factor in trading, like with these stocks. It ends in tears, but there is the all hope is lost that in film usually leads towards a happy ending, and trading not so much. Not so much the happy ending, but euphoria usually always ends in tears, guys. It's how it goes. It's how it goes. Unless you traded Euphoria did not end in tears with LFS. If you sold into the highs, yeah, it ended well. But right now the bear flag on LFS is looking pretty good. Looks like it's about to crack on. Here's the lines, guys. Here I took a little bit of LFS, so I like it on this potential crack that's coming up. It's really at that key level right now. If it cracks, it's going to head, down lower right here.
Yeah, that 7 was key, so good one to have those leftovers in, just working, dragging, dropping, adjusting.
And what I like with Trade the Pull is, there's probably no shorts available anywhere for LFS right now, but we have them.
Right. Yeah, that's where trade the pool. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, we can talk about the bad things, but definitely there's good things as well.
Man,
The rules are annoying, but like there's a lot of pros to trade the pool. Obviously, that's why we're here.
yeah. All right. Just a few working, looking for LFS lower. Doug, you
So
took
5 put in a pretty significant down wick and reclaimed. Let's see if that's going to signal the base on the day for like the downward pressure here. Let's see.
Doug, I'm proud of you. You're starting to see it. I mean, you're seeing it real well. We got that pop, and I mean, good clear risk over 850 now. You just bear in mind, like, I know that's why you put it a little bit over 850, because we could see sweeps over those $half, because that is the level a lot of people will have their stops at. So you could even begin, like laddering your stops or setting it a little bit higher. It didn't quite get up over 850, and that's been a great short. So good job on that. You're obtaining the eye, like from the Lord of the Rings, right? The eye, you got it. LPTX bouncing off of 95. That one probably reducing the risk there, guys. I mean, I don't really want that one reclaiming the highs.
Yeah, that's that bottom trend line. It's respecting and bouncing off.
LFS cracking
Oh,
lower.
that's
Trader.
great work. Great leftovers. Just work. Wow, look at that. That's the moments we live for. The
You got
LFS
that?
actually does. Yeah.
Or
I'm
you've
just,
been with it the whole time, right?
yeah, just sitting. I was small size. I wish I was bigger, but I had to.
Yeah, LPTX. I don't. I might take it off here. I'm not a huge fan of this. Oh shit! No.
Yeah, that thing keeps reclaiming hard, bro. That. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of LPTX. I'm losing interest there. So right now just LFS. LPTX just shot up through the highs too.
Mhm.
But LFS, man, I mean, it's tempting to even size this thing here. I mean, what's holding it up? Anything?
Had a contract with some city. I mean, but the predictable pieces already happened at this point. I mean, yeah, it still
Yeah.
could fade another point or two, but trying to really step up now, it's just like you can't do that. That's greed.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
You could have sized it even off that last break, right? See how it got really tight at 7?
Yeah.
That's where you could have sized it with a tighter risk level. But now trying to size it, it's just chasey.
Unless it gives us even a pop to get involved
Mm-hmm.
some more, but
And then that's the tricky part, right? It's like, okay, how much of a pop do we want to enter versus how much risk? And then it starts to reclaim on you, and it's like, that's what we've been dealing with. It's like taking the predictable piece, leaving those leftovers, but not overstaying has been the winning formula. Because like I've been making good money, but then I overstay and I'll give it back. So that's been the issue lately. Okay.
Yeah, and that's good leading into Baron's question. As far as should I stay or should I go? Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, so it's like Baron, I'd say, I mean, gauging on the market, right? Just got to figure out the condition of the market and how you're feeling. But like profit management, you know, draw a line in the sand. I'm only going to give back what 30%. You know, at what point do you get emotional? I would say probably more than like 30, definitely 40%. You're going to start to feel emotions if you give that profit back. It could even be 20%. Maybe that threshold's 15% for you, which I mean, I realistically I like to give myself more wiggle room than that. But if you could stick to a max loss rule and then a max profit give back rule, like those two, implementing those two are like so key for traders because it's just overlooked. Like I feel like a lot of traders, you know, we say all these things, but we don't actually follow them. Like if you actually follow those two rules, like you'll see a lot of success, guaranteed. So
Yeah, that's why I try to repeat so many of these rules to myself because, yeah, I break them up quite often. It's aggravating. Emotion step in. There's GLTO rejecting 28. Usually around a 300% loss.
yeah, the Green Day tilt. That's the thing. Like it's so real. So you know, it can happen fast. So you know, it's like depending on how big your account size is too, right? It's like if you made $50 and you give $50 back, like okay, like you're not gonna get tilted. Like you know, it's all relative to the account size and how much you've made. You know, you just gotta kind of sit down and get honest with yourself, and do some math, and figure it out.
I'm going to re-involve myself in GLTO. Stop like 2650.
Yeah, kind of trickling down a little bit now. Yeah, I think we all struggle with it. It's because like trading is such a hard psychological battle. Like we've identified that. Like that's the reality of it. The psychology is very tough sometimes.
It absolutely is. Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah, it's like can you follow your rules, do what you say when it matters most?
That's why I like the max stop that TTP gives because, like, it's hard to have the discipline to manually press the button if the broker doesn't, you know,
That's
like,
why Green Day Tilt is so tricky because like it's so easy to just be like, well, I have this cushion, you know. Oh, that was I got chopped out. That was manipulation. But like, make excuses for the losses you're taking and like start to spiral on like a Green Day. You know, like we've all shared. Sometimes that's where the worst days come. You're up multiple Q on the day. You're trading real aggressive, and then like you have a bad trade or two. You're back to break even, and all of a sudden you're tilted. Like you are tilted. Like it's like you just hit max loss times twice. Like you're trading like that and all of a
mhm.
sudden like you hit max loss and then you might buy through it like you're on total tilt mode now and it's like you were just green like what happened like that's how it can be if you don't have rigid rules and respect them like
Yeah. And we identified, we had a great conversation identifying like what our biggest struggle is, and like what that for us was, man, it was the one ticker chaos. It's like we find the one ticker we really like MCT and or
hmm
MTC, and it just it wreaks havoc on us if we because if we're not disciplined with it and just respect the price action. Like it's 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 so hard. What's difficult is like once you do this for long enough, like we know what the good setups are, but you have to take them but not fall in love with them, right? That's what's challenging. Like taking the really
hmm
good setups but not trading it like it is the best setup you've ever seen, because then you're going to have bias, and then the bias is going to lead to capitulation for your account.
Yeah, it's so hard. Like that over conviction, the greed to oversize it, and
Hmm.
it's a lot of moving pieces. And then when you're working against like some of this price action, the market manipulation, it's just 50-cent wicks, and just 20% moves in 5 minutes and stuff. Like it can be tough to stay level headed. Like I think just circling back to knowing which tickers are more of a gambling nature and where you have more edge with the setups, right? Like, and
Hmm.
then sizing appropriate to that. Like you said, like being full size on a king of the day, that's gambling. Like, it's just gambling. There's no way around it. Like, but sizing into a winner that's working, that's in a tighter range, that's like a really good setup. Like that's strategic.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, like these pub M's it's bled a point and a half now, or like that again. I haven't even like I could probably just keep leftovers or even size heavier on REAL, still
Mm.
bleeding, still these are great setups, like you said, that just bleed and bleed and bleed. But it's so tempting when you see a big mover, like, oh, let me jump into that with like and size it
Right.
when you got easier setups lingering in the corner. The forbidden fruit, as you said the other day.
Seriously.
They
Yeah,
get you
you take
spiraling.
too big of a bite, and yeah, you get sick.
Yes.
It's like
They'll
you can
have
taste a
you.
little bit, it tastes good, but you take too much. You eat too much, you can get a stomach ache, you can get sick.
Hmm.
You end up freaking barfing up a max loss.
You ain't kidding. All
Yeah, but
right,
it
man.
feels like
Well,
it's sleep here. Yeah, sleeped out. Like LFS, few great plays today, guys, that we're able to take advantage of. But the SPY is just kind of selling off, and the volatility is kind of sleeping out. So yeah,
I'm just gonna let some of these bleed, guys, and yeah, just go from there. Should be decent, a couple of these plays, decent bleeders. But if there anything you guys want us to look at or have any questions, Mr. Gata, how do I set a stop limit on CMEG? Is there a setting I have to go to? Stop limits on gate on a CMEG. So are you attempting to utilize the stops and pre and post? Is that why you're asking? Stop limit on set OCO orders. Yeah, Gator. So yeah, go to my channel, like Doug's saying, and then just type in CMEG OCO under the search bar, and I got a lot of content on that. You should be able to find it. LFS trickling higher. Sprue up. LPTX, yeah, was a good stop there. Again, like reassessing the trade after it's like, okay, it's not gonna sell off from this dollar move. Okay, I
yeah,
mean,
it's
there's gonna be a
squeezing.
trade here. There is gonna be a trade here, but let's just be patient with it.
Algorithm squeeze.
That is a float rotation play. That's why I mentioned that in the Discord. If you're not in there, join free in the description below. It's
Yeah,
this is
good point there.
30 million float, 333 million shares traded on this thing. So the float rotations can definitely like I said before, there are traders who identify that and avoid those tickers, or they actually take longs on them because they're like, okay, well,
30% in 5 minutes, guys. 30% pump in 5 minutes.
L nutso. Yeah.
Wow.
But there will be a trade there. So I mean, keep it on watch. This 120 level is tempting. It's interesting here at this 120.
And GLTO, just keep an eye on that one. There definitely will be a play there too, but wait for some confirmation or just sitting it with tiny size so you're not emotions aren't heavy.
All right, traders, anything else? Mr. Fades, anything else before we wrap it on up? You guys know, big ask on LPTX at 117. Interesting. See if that gets eaten up, but you got eaten up.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
just
that's
a tough
it.
one. It's a tough
Yeah,
one.
there's some good opportunities, but take what the market gives us and definitely don't force it. It feels like everything just kind of slowed down a lot here. So, just don't try to overtrade or overforce it. Revisit, come back in the afternoon or start fresh tomorrow. But yeah, just stay level headed, guys. Everything we talk about, just being rigid with those rules. And it's not a fun topic, but it's the successful path. So.
Mm-hmm. We'll keep you on that successful path. Yeah, how did everybody do? We'll run a poll. Right now I'm green, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see with some of these plays what they do, giving them some opportunity to work. All right, let's run a poll, see how everybody did. Yeah, it's one of those days where you just don't want to overstay, right? You don't want to overstay.
Yeah.
Motivate. You had some good trades. Some of them just didn't work out. I mean, that's the nature of it. Just don't go on tilt mode. Your ABO trade was good.
Yeah, everything's kind of sleeping out here, guys. CMBM got a weird pump. It's like they're walking that thing back up.
LPTX, interesting pullback. We need to see if 120 is going to hold or pull back under that. They're going to keep walking that up or elevator down here soon. We'll see. All
Yeah.
right, 5 votes. Okay. I think majority are green in here. It's a tricky day, right? Tricky day. There's a couple good plays, but can't overstay on the losers. Yeah, there's a couple plays just to be mindful of that. But guys, if you're not, join the Discord. We'll be in there probably throughout the day. LPTX, monitor that right here as that's pulling on back against those highs. But yeah, let us know if you have any questions at all, guys. We're always happy to help in here. It's the green team. There's no I in team. Green team. Phase, what you got before we wrap up?
Yeah, that's it, guys. Stay safe, stay dialed in. We'll be in Discord and live to trade another day. Follow the rules, follow the process.
Yeah, Baron. Yeah, I'm down for a Friday night stream. I've needed it for sure. The last couple weeks have been, woof, I've needed it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, maybe we can have some traders come in and just let it off their chest. It feels really good to talk about it and let it out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pent up energy with trading. A lot of people can't relate in your day to day life. So having a community like this and having a voice is really key.
100%. Couldn't have said any better. All right, traders. Appreciate you guys as always. Stay safe, disciplined, embrace the risk, accept the results. We will see you guys tomorrow.